Probably 5 people total I know in boxing. I consider black belts. They can come forward, they can box backwards, they can box sideways. They have power, they have speed. Bomb Squad!
What's going on, you guys? So, there's a rumor that's been going around, and I'm going to just say it's a rumor for now. I'm not going to say it's real news or anything like that, but it's just a rumor that Malik Scott is Deontay Wilder's new trainer. You know, as in, if you don't know, now you know. Deontay Wilder got rid of Mark Breland. Mark Breland is no longer part of Team Wilder, and the rumor has it is that Malik Scott is the guy that's Wilder's new co-trainer to replace Mark Breland. Now, right off the bat, a lot of fans probably thinking, like, what the hell is this guy thinking? What does Malik Scott bring to the table? What does he even know about going up in there with a guy like Fury, and how could he help Wilder beat Fury? There's a lot of questions that a lot of people probably thinking and asking themselves, and, you know, it's just a lot of things when you hear a rumor like this. And one thing a lot of fans don't mention or don't really... A lot of fans just don't mention a lot of real things, but just because Malik Scott, he may not have been a great heavyweight or anything like that, right? You know, we all know Wilder fought Malik Scott earlier on in his career, and it seemed like since then they became real good friends, and he's always in Wilder's camp and things of that nature. So just because a guy isn't necessarily a great fighter doesn't mean he won't be a great teacher. You know what I'm saying? Freddie Roach was a perfect example of this. Freddie Roach wasn't by any means a great fighter, but he's one of the best trainers in boxing. Hall of Famer, you name it. Freddie Roach is the guy, right? But Malik Scott, you know, he'll be relatively new cornering a guy on that level. And this is the biggest fight of Deontay Wilder's career, and this is a very, very important fight for Deontay Wilder. One would think that he'll get somebody a little bit more experienced in the corner, experienced as a trainer, to help him, guide him through this tough fight, this tough matchup. But one may also look at it like Malik Scott probably knows Wilder more than anybody. Malik Scott, he do bounce around, being a sparring partner for a lot of guys. I think Malik Scott, what he's been doing is preparing himself to become a trainer anyway. Because if you go to his social media page and you see some videos here, he's really training guys. He's training people. He's in the gym. Seems like he's kind of studying and things of that nature. So maybe Malik Scott is transitioning to becoming a trainer, and Deontay Wilder is willing to give him, or believes in him enough to let him corner him in the biggest fight of his life. You know, like I said, this is just a rumor, and this is all hypothetical. You know, this is me speaking as if this is all true. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hearing it, and I've seen Al Bernstein come out and say it, so he must have heard it. So it's like, okay, now this shit has to kind of, you know, be some validity to it. And if you listen to Wilder early on, he said he's going to bring in some guy that's been around the camp for a while, but he's going to have more of an important role. And Shelly Finkel also said the same thing. So it's really leading me to believe that it really is Malik Scott. Now, a lot of fans are going to say, oh, what could Malik Scott do for Wilder? What is this? He's already lost now. Blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of fans saying a lot of things that heard this rumor. But I guess only time will tell, man. You know, I'm on the fence about it, honestly. You know, you guys, if you don't know, follow the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm a big Wilder fan. I'm not going to hide it. But I'm also a very objective guy. I really just don't know how I feel about this. I'm on the fence about it. You know, I'm always a guy that's willing to give somebody a chance. I'm not going to sit here and say Malik Scott isn't a good teacher, or he isn't a good strategist, or he isn't that guy that could get a guy through a tough fight, a tough matchup. You know, Malik Scott, for what it's worth, he has been in the ring with a lot of guys. He, like I said, is a sparring partner. He helps guys in camps. He's trained with the Usyk. He moves around. You know what I'm saying? And he has his own gym. He's been training people. He's been training people himself. So I'm not going to sit here and discredit him already, but it's just that we don't really know. You know, we haven't seen your work as a trainer yet. We haven't really seen you be a guy cornering a guy in such a big fight. We haven't seen it yet. So, of course, a lot of fans' natural response is going to be, you know, something where they kind of scratching their heads looking like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Of course, that's the natural response when you hear something like this. But I'm just gonna give it some time. I'm gonna see what happens. Like I said, a lot of people, like I said, man, a lot of people is really scratching their head at this. Like, why would you get rid of Mark Breland for Malik Scott? What can Malik Scott really teach you? You beat him before. What could he teach you? Well, that doesn't mean he necessarily isn't a good teacher. And I'm sure he knows Wilder pretty well. Maybe Wilder actually listens to Malik Scott. I don't know. You know, Wilder is a guy who seems to like to lead his own camps and is his way or no way and that type of shit. Wilder definitely has to change that type of attitude if he wants to be successful for him from here on out, because it's only going to get tougher now. The Fury fight probably took a lot out of him, and we're going to see how this shit plays out, man. This is some crazy news. Myself, I really don't know how I feel about it. You know, I'm not a guy that is not willing to give a guy a chance, you know, to go out there and prove himself, to show people. But at the same time, man, with a fight of this magnitude, it's like, whoa. You know, you got a lot of guys, a lot of trainers, a lot of guys that, you know, that let's just be honest, more proven than Malik Scott as a trainer that's willing to help Wilder. So I don't know what Wilder's, you know, what his plan is or if this is even true or not, but this is just a rumor that's been going around, man, and I'm just kind of spreading the message and giving you guys my thoughts on it. It's pretty crazy, but tell me what you guys think. Malik Scott could possibly be Wilder's new trainer, the replacement for Mark Breland. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.